And we're live. According to the website, which is currently downloading my stream live and displaying it, we're live. So, hello, welcome everybody. Hello, Mr. W, yes. So, I think that you will agree that we are live. So, let's switch over to Trainz, which is what we'll be playing. If you can call it playing. I think it's really more of an art form if you're making stuff with it, like maps. So, I'm not sure if you can call it playing Trainz. I mean, it is certainly fun, but is it a game? I don't know. So, oh, we've got notification, not sure what that is. Oh, probably Kangafango. Yes, I thought... Yeah, Kangafango hosted, thanks. Although I'm not sure what good it does if there aren't actually any viewers on your channel at the time. But still, thank you. Hi, Shardice. Yes, we live and kicking all right. Is it a game? Well, yes. But is it considered playing if we're actually making a map in it? That is the question. Right, so last time I did this. Figured out that these reeds actually love to show some black squares sometimes. You can see right there. Actually, I wanted to turn off post-processing, see if that changes anything. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So you can see they've disappeared. Post-processing, by the way, is what adds, for example, the depth of field when you're very close, or the glare when you look at something really bright, like, for example, the reflection of the sun in the water. Post-processing also adds the sun shafts. I can't see it at the moment because the sun is too far up. But let me demonstrate. So, like this, the water. Then if I turn it on, don't worry, it'll only take a minute or so. You can see now it's added the glare again. Now if I go over to say these trees, now I go into first person mode, wait for them to load, the textures I mean. You can see that if I'm close, it's very blurry. If I go further away, it gets sharper. It would be really nice if you could turn the post-processing effects on and off individually. Apparently you can't. Now if I look over to the sun, you can see the sun shafts as the light is shining through the leaves. Yeah, that's also post-processing. You can see, like, for example, right here, like this. Well, let's like this. Now if I turn post-processing off, the sun shafts disappear, and the blur, the depth of field blur. Did I call it motion blur before? It's not motion blur, in case I did. The depth of field blur also gets turned off. I like the effects, so I'm going to turn it back on, and it doesn't impact performance that much. Although it does apparently create these artifacts over here. Yeah. I'm guessing it has something to do with the blurring. The shader doesn't really seem to work that well with the blurring. Yeah. Or maybe it's just lice. XD, thank you, but you have no one watching you. Also, the reeds aren't blurred. They are. Look at this on the left. They are blurred. If we get further away, it's sharper. See? I would say you're still playing a game, yeah. I'd argue that gaming in and of itself is an art of sorts. Yeah, definitely. But is it still playing the game, or is it expanding the game? Or creating with the game? Because playing means that you're playing a game. For example, if I'm making this map, then there really is no goal, and there are no intended difficulties to overcome. there is no lose state, and yeah, well, there is no win state by default, so can you really consider it playing? Like, if I'm actually driving sessions, then yeah, of course it's playing. Because I have a goal of where I want to drive, and the obstacles are basically following the rules, being on time, not derailing. But if I'm making a map, can you really call it playing? Apparently you can. I'm not sure that I personally would, though. Shadice, you didn't, don't worry. You think you can blur me? Well, think again. The reads are blurred. I just showed you. Blur me without any issues. Ah, I see. Oh, right. I'd argue that expanding a game could specifically be going into the code and expanding it. Yeah, definitely. But if you're making more content for the game, using the tools that the game provides, then doesn't that expand the game as well? I mean, isn't that kind of the point of what I'm doing? I'm expanding the game in such a way that it adds this route. Interesting thing to think about. To think about, yes. Shadows, I'd say it's digital cartography. Cartography is making maps. So not actually the geography, but literal maps, literal charts of real landscape. And yes, I know I'm adding quite a bit of the tall grass here, but that's because it's supposed to be quite wet over here and not really use that much of this land because it maybe floods quite often. Sorry, I just need a bit of water. So, it's a sandbox game, but you still play sandbox games. Do you though? Or do you more experience them? Like, for example, there are sandbox games where there is a definite goal. There is an end state. Like, for example, well, let's go back to Minecraft. Don't worry, we won't stay here long, just passing through. But in Minecraft, there is an end goal, namely killing the Ender Dragon. Now, you don't have to play to reach that goal, but then all goals you try to reach are ones that you made for yourself. Oh, you want to build a house, or you want to get better tools, or you want to build a lighthouse, or whatever it is you want to do, it is a goal you set. So that came from you, not from the game. Which means that is it still a game? Like, for example, chess. Yeah, there is a goal, you want to beat your opponent. If you're playing chess, it is a game. But what if there is no opponent? What if you just move the pieces around on the board to form a pattern that you enjoy? Is that still playing chess? Or is it experiencing chess in a different way that is not playing? Because, for example, other games like, for example, Dwarf Fortress, I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's an ASCII game, 2D top-down. I think it's been in development since 2004 or something. It's still in development, by the way. They're still making updates. Oh, I'm really liking the pattern of the grass here. Let me just add some splines as well. In that, actually I will use this other one because this one is a bit broader, so I don't need to place as much of it. In that game, as far as I can tell, there is no goal. You start out with 7 dwarves, and the goal is to survive. Yeah, you have to worry about all sorts of things, ranging from food to drink, so water and alcohol, since they're dwarves. You have to make them comfortable. You have to basically take care of them. Yeah, you can construct workshops and gather things, make farms to support them. And then, of course, also fight things off that try to attack your fortress. And then it gets winter. It gets to winter and it gets cold. Things won't grow as well, so you need to get supplies. So the game really has an ongoing goal, which is don't die. There are no specific goals other than that. It's just perpetual continuation, which means you can't reach it, because eventually either you will lose because, well, your dwarves have died, or you stop playing. Yeah? In which case, you still haven't won. There is no way to win that game, so is it still a game? Or is it an enjoyable experience, which is not necessarily a game? Like, for example, drawing a painting. If you're drawing a painting, then it's not a game. Yes, people might say there are rules. You have to paint in a certain way, or you can only use certain colors in combinations, but that's not true. And even if you do, then people might like your painting, others might not. So there is a goal. You want to create a good painting, presumably. You achieve the goal. There are obstacles in the way, mostly your own experience, but that's not a game. Or maybe it is. Maybe you can see it as a game, but then what about the people who don't? It's not a game to them. So if a person is painting a painting with oil paints, for example, then you mostly would say it's not a game. But if you're making a Trainz route, then you're still using the assets you have, not paints and brushes, but things. You gain experience, you gain knowledge in how it works. So simply because you're using a program that, if used in a different way, is clearly a game, does that become a game? Also, is it clearly a game? Are simulators games? If a game is just simulating you driving down a road, is that a game? Well, most people would say yes, because it's fun driving. But you can drive in real life as well. Alright, then how about a different simulator? Like, for example, one of those joke simulators. Like, for example, what's it called? Oh, I forget what it's called. Like one of those simulators where you actually, I need to increase the scale of this because it's too further away. Basically, one of those simulators where it's simulating a very specific thing, and the enjoyment comes from how accurate it's being simulated. And there aren't any specific goals that would be indicative of a game. Is that still a game? Also, I'll just read chat. Oh wow, there's already quite a bit of chat. Have I really talked that long? Right, sandbox games. Would, not could, Sharadice. Oh, right. True, I guess. But for you in particular, rather than the game for everyone else. Cartography, the study of maps. Yes. Sharadice, digital geography then. But it's not only geography. I mean, you're making a railway as well. And you're designing the experience of somebody driving on it. You're keeping in mind lines of sight, and if there's enough space for the camera, and how fast you'll be able to drive, and where signals are going to be placed for that experience. So it's not just making a landscape, it's much more. Yeah, true. What was the pop? Not sure what you mean about that, pop. Oh, was there a pop in the audio? I don't know. About the maps. Well, playing is a form of experience. Yes, absolutely true. But not every experience is a form of playing. Unless maybe it is, in your philosophy. I don't know. I think it might have been a glass of water on a wooden desk. Oh, did the pop sound like this? If yes, then yes, it was a glass made of glass on a wooden desk. Shared ice. You can still keep playing Minecraft after defeating the Ender Dragon and even after defeating the Wither. Yes, that is true. That is true. But is it still a game then? Or has the game part of the experience of playing Minecraft ended? Or is it a game that you just made up for yourself because you set the rules for yourself, and so you've made up the game using the tools that are available to you in Minecraft? Didn't mean to send that. Sorry. No, that's okay. Fine then. Can we just say that the objective of a sandbox game is to enjoy themselves? We can. But then the instant you're having fun with it, you would have technically already beaten the game because you've enjoyed yourself with it, so now you're done with it. If you think about it in a certain way. Oh, hello, Anthony. Welcome back. Hello, Shared Ice. I don't have WTO own day or night. I just wanted to say hi. I'm just getting a... Oh, right. I had to say some random words. Oh, that makes sense. You like watching people trying to figure out random words. That's funny. True. But defeating the Ender Dragon is the actual goal. With chess, after losing a game, you can also put all the pawns back on the table somehow and continue playing, but the actual goal was achieved. Yes, that's true. You can continue moving the pieces around, but yeah. Hello. Hi, yes. Okay, Dwarf Fortress sounds 1, amazing, and 2, like the single highest concentration of alcohol any world has ever seen. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a look at Dwarf Fortress, it's a really difficult game. Most of that because of the user interface. It's just menus upon menus upon menus, and you can only navigate them using hotkeys. Yes, it does say which hotkeys do something, but it's also case sensitive. So pressing Shift W or W can send you into different menus, and then you have to queue things. And I haven't played it personally because it's quite a violent game. If you it is basically a simulation of dwarves settling down, making a new home in a fantasy world. Where there are monsters and sickness and injuries and insanity and ghosts and vampires and magic and all sorts of other things. But the goal is not to die. Well, then you've already won. The instant you start playing, you've already won, unless you die the instant you've started playing, in which case the game is over the instant you started it. So that's not the goal then. It's a prolonged goal, but if you don't reach it instantly, then you can never reach it. Because if you then say, okay, well, after I've not died this amount of time, then that's a goal that you've set. So then you made your own game from that, I would say. Hi, Ms. W. Hey, yes, Shared Ice. You are continuously winning and achieving your goal. You win by not actively losing. Okay, that makes sense. But then how do you beat the game? Because if you've won a game, then what is the point in continuing to play if you don't start over? Hey, Shared Ice, why don't you have bits for your stream? Mostly because I haven't figured out how that whole thing works, and that's not really why I'm streaming. I have set up donations over PayPal when I was going through the settings, but I don't really know how the whole bit system works, and I really only use Twitch as a platform for these streams. I'm not really using it as what's the word? I'm not really going as in-depth with Twitch as I could. I mean, maybe if I knew more about bits, I might start using them if if I can. I have no idea how they work. Well, I have somewhat of an idea that how they work, but I'm not quite sure. But as of now, I'm not. Although if you do have more information on how they work, feel free to let me know. Maybe I'll integrate them. Surely painting a painting? Well, because of a recreational experience is different to a game. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. A recreational experience is different to a game. So, what makes making a route in Trainz a game as opposed to an expression of art or a recreational experience? I don't know. I personally think that making a route in Trainz is not actually playing the game. But you're more than welcome to bring arguments, and who knows? Maybe I'll stand corrected. A painting which is universally accepted as generally decent. Mostly, yes. But some artists do paint things simply to shock others, because they want to get that experience out of the viewers, the people who view the painting. They want to shock them with maybe grotesqueness, or abrasive use of colors, or harsh shapes, or things like that. Maybe they want to do something that is so objectively awful that, well, it is noteworthy. I'm not winning this thing, am I? No, it doesn't... I mean, this is not about winning, I'd say. I mean, for me, this is an exchange of points of view, of arguments, of points. I don't think there is a winning or losing in this, unless you're trying to convince everybody of your point of view. In which case, then there is a winning and losing. In which case, is that a game? Is arguing a game if you want to... because then there are rules. Like, if you act in a certain way, then the other person just breaks off the argument, maybe. So you can't do that. You lose the argument if you get convinced, and the other and you win the argument if you convince the other person. Is that a game? No, because it's not fun. It's not done for recreational purposes. Yeah, just disproved my own point. Shadows. Driving down what road? I missed it, sorry. Not sure. Goat Sim! Goat Simulator. Snap. Goat Sim! Yeah? I mean, I'd argue that that is not actually a game. I'd argue that Goat Simulator is... I'd say that it is entertainment, but I don't think that it's a game. At least not for me. And Surgeon Simulator 2013. Surgeon Simulator, yeah, well, I really like how this looks, especially with the colors mixed back there. So, let's continue going this way. Right, let's expand. So we need some more things. Right, so actually, how do I want this to go? Because I did say that I wanted some sort of junction here, because I really want the part of the line into the city down here to be double-tracked. But it obviously wouldn't make any sense. Well, maybe not that obviously, but if you think about it, obviously. It wouldn't make any sense for it to be double-tracked, only to go single-track without the extra traffic being able to be siphoned off anywhere. So I need to have it double-track, and then have a junction here where maybe the double track continues up this way a little bit, and then this merges into here. So we'll probably have a bridge going over the river somewhere like this, which means that this line will likely continue in sort of this angle. Which means that I need to have both of these 5-meter grids, because it will cross over likely. And then this one can stay 10-meter grid size. So let me do that. It's amazing how tiny a baseboard looks. I mean, just look at that. This is one baseboard. That's the entire size of the version of Eagleville that I have at the moment. I mean, this is one baseboard. It looks so tiny. Let me read some more chat. Oh, that scouts him out of the window. Baking simulator. Maybe. Oh, hello. Chris. I remembered. Yes. Hello, how are you? Digital world building? Yeah, I'd say so. Hey, hello. Yes, the pop. Yes, the pop was that. Yeah, glass, made of glass. Yes. Well, you can, if it's made of ceramic, then you can still say it's a glass. Like a thing that you drink out of that's that shape, you might still call it a glass, even if it's not made of glass. Like, for example, glasses, like the spectacles. If they're made of plastic, like some sunglasses, then you still call them glasses, even though they're not made of glass. That sort of thing. The glass is made of glass, and the floor is made of floor. True. Also, hello, Slovageagle. Yes, hello, Slovageagle. Are you muted? Have you muted the stream? Maybe I should send you a message on Discord. Maybe you've missed the start. I mean, that did happen once. Anthony, I'm playing Minecraft right now. Oh, well, that's the thing. Yes, I do. Alright, because of the that you like that. Yes. As for chess, another way of ending the game is to sweep the pieces off the board and storm off in a sulk. Yeah, you're right. That is a way of ending the game. But do you lose or win? I think that's up to interpretation. Push W, you say? Why are you winking that? And biscuits. I'm not sure why you're winking that. I think I'm missing the joke or the reference. Shardise, if there's sickness in Dwarf Fortress, is there also health? The thing is, in Dwarf Fortress, the characters have an injury system. So, characters, if they're in battle, there's not just a single health pool that gets drained as they're being hit, but rather individual body parts get hit and damaged if they're in a fight. And I think there's probably some sort of health meter in terms of sickness, yes, like you suggested, but in terms of actual injury, which a lot of games use health for injury, like you fall off a thing, you lose some hearts, but you're still fine. The same in a lot of role-playing games. But Dwarf Fortress, I don't think, has that sort of system, because it does have an actual injury system. This is the wrong thing. I want the orange track, the bright one. This one? Yes, this one. Right, so I want this to sort of start curving back sort of this way, I think. Actually, let's do that up till there, then I'll straighten that bit. Yeah, that's a good curve. And then I'll use the same height as back there. The vertices like that. Now, how does that curve look from the map view? I'm not sure if you can see it on stream, but there is a curve there. So if the main line continues sort of up there, then probably have the junction somewhere. Well, if the main... Actually, how do the hills look? What do they look like from here? Yeah, I think I'll probably have the junction down here somewhere. because I don't want the hills, I don't have to model the entire backside of these hills, because if you're over here and you look over there, you can see the backside of them. If I make the track go up this way, then if you look over there, you'd be able to see this. I don't want to model all of that, so I'll probably have the line continue off over here somewhere, which means the junction will probably be over there, which means I'll need to put a single track bridge in over the river, which will probably look quite good actually. So yes, that's nice. Right, also, right, I think I'll probably just make the hills continue along as they are over here, so they're not going to follow the tracks necessarily. Anyway, also health. Yes, in sickness and health. If Minecraft is a game, that the only limit to do your imagination. Yeah. But then you put the game into Minecraft. Without your imagination, without your ability to put meaning and goals into that experience, I don't think there's a game there. I think that you create the game in those kind of games. Arguments are welcomed. A study of winning games and games themselves by Paradise. Not just. I mean, this is an interaction between me and all of you. So, not just by me. You can't beat games like that. You just try not to lose them. Yeah, but that's the point. Can you actually call it a game if you cannot win, only lose? If there are no actual goals that you achieve and then the game is over. If you keep playing until either you lose or until you give up. Is that actually still a game? Or is it just entertainment? Fango, sounds like a TED Talk, which I bet Paradise would be amazing at. Oh, thanks. But there's a difference between a recreational activity and a video game. Yes, it's both. It's both, in my opinion. It's not a game. Paradise, maybe I'll stand corrected. I seriously doubt that. Why? Logic with these sort of things, like for example, with a definition of something, I mean, definitions are made up. I mean, I could say that if a tree has blue blooms, if it's flowering, if the blooms are blue, then that is called a game. But only if it's on the northern hemisphere. Yeah? That's a game. Because I made the definition up for that word, so now that is a game. I can say, no, it doesn't matter what you say, for me, that means game. So, it's a conversation on a definition. I think that's very likely that I stand corrected in that. Charles, some artists paint things to shock the viewers. Ever heard of Pickman's model, anyone? No, actually I haven't. Nobody could out-debate you, I doubt it. I mean, I'm flattered, but I doubt that's true. Everything's a game. With some definitions, yes. I mean, if you call a sandbox game like Dwarf Fortress a game, or Minecraft, for example, then there are so many similarities to real life. Because in real life, you could say the goal is to not die, and you're constantly winning until you lose, at which point you're dead. Or you could say the goal from a biological point of view is to reproduce. So once you've reproduced, you've won the game. And that is a valid point of view. But I don't think life is a game, even though quite a few people have said that. I don't think that is true. I think the definition of game is being contorted in a way. The same with things like Dwarf Fortress or Minecraft. Well, Minecraft not so much, since there is an actual goal in that game. But games, yeah, I should say software, but I'm just going to keep calling them games because it's easier. Games like Dwarf Fortress, I don't think are actual games, at least not with my definition of it, with my understanding of the word. Which is why it's easy for people to say that life is a game because there's so many similarities. Yes, if your definition of game includes things like Dwarf Fortress, which admittedly for many people do, and it's still very, very blurry even for me, because maybe Dwarf Fortress is a game. Maybe the definition of a game doesn't have to include only things that are made by the person who made the game. Maybe if there is a platform like Dwarf Fortress, or a simulator like Euro Truck Simulator, for example, and yes, I'm painting this over here, it's just because I already know I'm going to need to paint this little area over here because the grass isn't very strong, so very tall on the other side, so that's fine. But platforms like those, like simulators, for example, aren't inherently a game. But the goals you set for yourself, like for example Euro Truck Simulator, you could say, alright, my goal is to earn enough money to buy my own truck. Yeah? And then your goal shifts. You say, okay, my goal is to earn a garage, or to drive all of the roads, so I've discovered all roads, or to unlock all achievements, or maybe to download mods. Yeah, I'll download mods and experience the game with those. Things like that. And that's all a valid definition of things you can do in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Or 1 for that matter. But if you were a robot incapable of creativity, and you just said play the game, what would the robot do? There is no goal. Yes, there are things that change as you play, like for example, you earning money, or discovering more roads on the map. But those are just things that happen. Like for example, if you're playing, say, Minecraft, a thing that happens by you playing it is that it goes from daytime to nighttime. If you stopped playing the game, if you quit it, that wouldn't happen. It's a process that happens because you're running the game because you're playing it. Now, for us, there's a clear difference there because one thing, the day-night cycle, is a thing that happens passively. You could just leave the game running and it would still continue. There's no agency there. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay, well, what about other things? In Euro Truck Simulator 2, as you're driving, fuel gets consumed. That is a counter that is ticking down because of your actions, a direct consequence of your actions. But that's not the game, that's not the goal, that's not the thing that makes it a game. But to a robot who doesn't understand the concept of entertainment, there would be no difference. If the goal is either to earn enough money, there's a counter ticking up. If you're discovering roads, there are flags being put up, well, virtual flags of you having discovered certain areas or cities. If you run out of fuel, then that's a number that's ticking down. It's just a thing that's changing. So that's why I think that in games like that, it's not the actual software, the actual experience that is the game, but rather our perception of it. We put the game into that. At least that's what I think. I'll read the chat once I've finished painting this. I've finished painting this, so let's read the chat. As I've said. It's a game. I haven't. Life, death, music, love. It's all just a game set to one life. Yeah, that is the thing I've talked about, which is probably because after I've said that. XD, by the way, Mr. W. Shy Dice. Goat Simulator does have gold, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I have no idea. Looks lovely. Thanks. Kangfango. Book by H.P. Lovecraft. In short, you are going through the study of Pigman, who has since passed away, and you find things that go beyond all human comprehension. Witches, hellhounds, the standard demonic things. Yeah, I think that things going beyond human comprehension is an easy thing to say for somebody who has a genuine fear of the unknown. But there are so many things that humans can understand with the right mindset. Anyway, the main climax is finding that attached to one of the paintings, one of those hellhounds is a reference photograph of the hellhound. Oh, I see. Goat Sim has golden goats. Right, I stand correct then. See? I stand corrected. Yeah, and you said that that wasn't gonna happen. Wow, didn't know about that, but I have heard of H.P. Lovecraft. Yes, me too. Speaking of Discord, Kangfango, you got a heck of a lot of people on your Discord server. Shadice, I winked because I am the W. Oh, right, I thought that might be the case, but I thought it might be a reference to something else. Oh, right, that's where we are. Alright, I guess I'd better read chat, I better read fast. Yeah, you're right, thanks for noticing. And developers too. Yeah. Pretty sure most of them joined because of my Leyland National Bus project I've started from Z2. Also, I've got the invite link to it in my signature in an OMSI forum, so they see it on every one of my posts. Oh, I see. Shadice, you're very orange tonight. Yeah, well, actually, this is pink. It just looks like it's orange. Actually, let me turn on the light for a second. Yeah, you can see? It's pink. It's an LED light bulb. It doesn't really matter if I turn it on and off. Post you're very orange. But developers of a popular game on your Discord server? What do you mean? Oh, hello, Slavic Eagle. Welcome. How are you? Okay, I've misunderstood. Are the developers people who've just made OMSI maps rather than the people who created the game itself? Yo! Also, Mr. W, I didn't see you tag me in your TED Talk message. Hi, Zoil. Shadice, I've known you for a long time, and I don't think I've heard you once say I stand corrected, or I've not seen you lose an argument or debate. The other person just gives up. Well, I think that's a matter of perception. I think it's a matter of perception. Yeah. It's just that logic is a very powerful tool, and I tend to think about a lot of things quite logically. Yeah. You're right, it can be a bit misleading. The people I've given the developers role are people who develop stuff for the games. Buses or maps or bus repaints for MC2. It's not the actual developers of the games themselves. Oh, right. I retract my admiration. Mr. W, I think I have heard him say I stand corrected before. Not many times, but I'm pretty sure I've heard it before. I mean, you've definitely heard it. Thanks, though. Mr. W, also, did you see the special sticker I've given you? Imagine being the doctor and, after the woman's given birth, hearing her say, I win. I mean, doesn't seem that anomalous, I think. Also, why doctor? People don't necessarily get born in hospitals. I mean, what about midwives? Yeah? I win. No, I didn't. How do I see it? And to be fair, you've known him longer than most. True. Shut sorry, I've been quiet. Sorry, I've been quit, but I'm still here. That's okay. There have been quite a lot of messages in chat anyway. I'm just trying not to die in my Minecraft world. Yeah, I mean, is it on hardcore? Miss W, if you click on your own username, either in the automatically sent welcome message in your hash join log, or when you post a message, you'll see your roles below your username and avatar. Members and special sticker. Oh, I see. Also, yeah, true. I think it was in an RP session, actually. So I don't think it actually depends on how long I've known him. Well, yes, because you would have had to know me long enough to have been there in that RPG session. I mean, if you literally just now joined in this live stream for the first time, and this is the first time you've known me, then no. So it does actually depend on it. It is it night at the moment? So Kangafanger asks Anthony, is it night at the moment? So, what is the special sticker? Is it like a badge of honor? Yeah, you could say that. Games are what you make them. Yes. Sweet. Don't comment before you've finished. Lovecraft does a lot of that. Yeah, I know. That is one of the defining characteristics of Lovecraft's work. Finally, I have no clue. Right, fine, because of that, yeah. I have no clue if Goat Sim has gold. It's just one letter difference. Oh, right. I think it does. Kangafango seems to think so. Miss W, if you'd like me to make you a custom role that says under your name in that server, tell me and I'll do it. No, the W. The W! Yeah. Kangafango, you're the master in this. Makes no odds to me. Shadows, it was pretty white. Oh, you mean because of the light? What does it actually look like? Let me just see, wait for the stream to catch up. There, you can see. Maybe if I angle it sort of like this, so it's not as perpendicular to the light, you can see it's pink. Yeah, it is pink. It's just because the exposure for the camera is set for this darkness. Don't worry, I'll get to root building in a second, I just want to catch up on chat. Actually, yeah, I could make you the W roll. An inside joke, but a cool one. Or hearing the woman and the baby chorus it. Ah. Yeah, that's a bit strange. Try this. Well, and this may surprise you, I've not been present at a birth, aside from my own. Good point. Yeah, I have, and it is a wonderful experience. Well, to witness, I mean, I have witnessed a birth before. Shadows, finally, you've read this message. Yes, I'll give it to you after the stream. Do you have a color of preference? The roll. Give me a mo. Me neither. Ah, okay. Well, right, now, where were we? Right, water. Water everywhere, but not over here yet. I think I need to read chat more when it actually comes through, so that I don't have to... Oops, that is wrong. So that I don't get that behind on it. So if this then kind of just goes over here, sort of. I'll put the water in, and then I'll make the little... the wetlands bit. Try black. If not possible, maybe yellow. Black and yellow. Yeah. No, I'll fix that when I do the actual painting. Any colors possible. Really? Isn't it limited to the... was it 256 color? The 256 by 256 by 256 by 256 if you're using alpha color spectrum with that? Or are you using dithering to achieve that? Like, how exactly are all colors possible? Black it is then? Black. Because it does go with everything. It does go with everything. Ah, I see. Will it show up? Alright then, after the stream, yeah. Good. Also, Mr. W, you may want to check out the film Discord. Because I've posted something there today. If you want me to, I could also do it so your name will appear black in the server too. But could you really read it that well if it's black? Because the background of the Discord server is dark gray, unless you set it to day mode. If I think there is a day mode on Discord, but the default is night mode for some reason. Right, I think that fits quite well like this. Guess I realize it's no, I need to lower it a little bit. Sorry. Because this is just too hilly, because this is supposed to be submerged for quite a while. Oh, I'm using the wrong tool, I think. Shut Eyes, seen it. Isn't it like a speed table? Not that. I posted, yeah, that thing is a speeds table. But not that. I meant the thing I posted today. It's not a speeds table. It's something one of the actors requested. What's this about a speed table? Yeah, it's got rockets strapped to it, and it's on very lubricated wheels. Yeah, it broke quite some speed records. And it set some too. Get the joke? Because it broke them, and then it also set some because it went so fast for it. Yeah, you get it, you get it. Speed table sounds like a show about a space ranch. Could be. Shut Eyes. Yeah, pretty sure I got it. Good. We wouldn't want you to not get it. Got it? So, Slovak, what are you doing? Are you making a session, or are you working more on the actual route, trying to reach that station you mentioned in one of your posts? Just curious. Oh, the script? No, I hadn't. When we come to performing that, it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, it will. It will be. All of the on-ship scenes will all have to be done in front of a green screen, which is going to be a lot of fun in and of itself. So yeah. I mean, I am so excited to actually film that. Shadows. Stable, not table. Oh, Speed's table. Oh, I see, yes. That does sound like a sci-fi ranch. Space ranch. Watching anime. Alright, I see. Is it fun? Have fun in advance. I think Shardise wants you to notice him, senpai. Doesn't senpai mean teacher? I think I heard that somewhere. A long time ago, though. I think 2016. XD. Which one you watching? I am very weird multitasker. I don't think so. I mean, I often when I'm working on something, even when I'm writing something, I listen to things like documentaries or things like that. I mean, I can focus quite easily on different things. Like, for example, when I was writing on my screenplay, I was watching a documentary about the history of video game graphics, and it's actually really interesting. And no, it didn't make it more difficult to focus on the writing. Second. Shadais, senpai. Danmachi. or Danmach-i, which is a bit of a weird accented German way of saying then I'll make it. Dan meaning then, mach meaning to make or to do, and I being a weird accent for, or a sort of Bavarian accent for ich, which means I. So dann mach I, meaning then I'll make, or then I'll do. Senpai. Senpai o. I have no idea. XD. Ah, XD. Beat me to it. Not heard of it. Not heard of it. Means older, I think. I don't know. Yeah, someone I used to know quite a while ago, she said that it meant I think she said it meant teacher, but I'm not entirely sure. Shades, you have fun in advance too. Oh, I thought I'm supposed to have fun right now, but thanks anyway. Teacher? I don't think so. Not sure. Well, it's like an upper class mentor figure according to some website. Yeah, well, a mentor figure is kind of like a teacher. So yeah, I guess. Can confirm. Shades, who did you meant that told you about the meaning of senpai? If she called you by that name, no, it was a joke. It was someone I knew from my volunteering work. Yeah, it was because I was running a game development for beginners course. Yeah, it was a joke on that. Shadice, I meant with recording the film. Oh, right. Oh, thanks. Shadice, you could whisper it to Mr. W. Oh, right. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not giving away any details on that. Not giving away any details. Right. I think, no, that doesn't look that good. I want a bit more of the other texture over here. Maybe a little bit of a smaller brush. Yeah, just sort of like this. Right, I think that's good. I got to go bed. Toodles. Oh, wow. Oh, right, I see. Well, see you on Thursday then for Roller Coaster Tycoon. Bye, Mr. W. Thanks for joining. Alright, bye, Mr. W. Sweet dreams. Yes. Actually, no, I can have this go all the way up to sort of this edge that I've made over here. So if you can see, there is this edge in the terrain, like this little hill where it goes up, which looks a bit like a natural basin for the river. Something like this. Maybe a bit more of the other color in some spots where the green is still very strongly visible. Maybe more like this, sort of, over here as well. Just sort of like this. Yeah, I'm happy with that-ish. Now I have to go in with a bit of a smaller brush because the pattern is just too obvious in this little area. Right, something like that. Imagine if I always rolled my R's in the chat. Right, right, I think I missed that before. Trainz, one of my messages flew right by you. Actually, you're right. But I did notice it like that. Oh, right, this texture. I think I remember this one from a while ago. Maybe it's a little bit of a different one. I'm not sure about that specific thing. Right, so what is the next step? Well, if I want to make a step, I need to continue with this texture then. Not that visible here. Maybe if I just click on it once. Like this texture, like the grassland, the dry grassland one. Right. So, how does this look? I think this looks good. I need to replace the track there. An olive-colored texture would fit well for the swamp, or rather wetlands. 1 second. A few seconds. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I don't think so for this spot. Doesn't quite fit my vision for this area. Right. This looks so different. If you imagine what it looked like before with the world edge over here, and now you've already got this valley going across there. Anyway, right. Oh, right, another reminder. I think I forgot it at the end of last stream. But yes, this Saturday, I'm going to host a multiplayer session on the Eagleville route. Now, you can only join if you're running either TRS-19 Standard, so from their website, or from Steam. If you're running Plus or Platinum or any of the regional builds, or the beta, then you can't join. But if running the standard TRS-19, either from the store or from Steam, then you will be able to join. So, yes, that is Saturday. It's going to be live streamed, which means that what you do is going to be permanently available online. Also, if you want details on when it starts, go ahead and look at my Discord, because I've made a post in the announcements section, the announcements channel for that. Yep. Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, of course. Shy guys, looks great. Don't crash, guys! Why would you say it, especially like that? It just, don't crash, guys! I have no idea why you would say that like that. No idea whatsoever. And yes, I am putting the reeds over here, because I want to emphasize the point that this kind of gets flooded a little bit here, this area, when there's more rainfall. Which also goes hand in hand with why the river by the dam is so dried out, because apparently there's a drought at this point. Shadows, I was trying to impersonate Mr. Chekhov. Why? I have no idea what you mean. I'm assuming you mean Chekhov from Star Trek, Pavel Chekhov. And yes, I know that you were looking for the first name and you couldn't think of it, but it's Pavel Chekhov. Admiral Pavel Chekhov according to Star Trek 4, but I don't know why Don't Crash Guys is impersonating him. Shadice, you made me do it. I made you impersonate him? I have no idea what you mean. Please clarify. Shadice, the way you made me have say it. Are you just typing random words like Anthony now? Because if so, the random word typage levels might be getting a bit out of hand. Because I have no idea what you mean by that. What has Don't Crash Guys to do with Pavel Chekhov? If you indeed mean Pavel Chekhov. Or is it the way that I said it? But that doesn't sound like Pavel Chekhov either. Because he's Russian. He's got a Russian accent. I did not say that with a Russian accent. It was really impersonating him. I was really impersonating him. You talked like him. No, I didn't. He speaks in a Russian accent. A bit. It reminded me of a character in TOS. Yeah, I know, Pavel Chekhov, but he speaks Russian. Yes, he does have a bit of a higher pitched voice sometimes, especially in the J.J. Abrams film. But he doesn't talk like that. Shadice, I wasn't really impersonating him. Well, he's a fictional character, so you can't really impersonate someone who doesn't exist. But still. I know. Yay, anime is done because of idiots on my server. Anyways, I guess I go gaming now. Aw, I'm sorry. Not because I was one of the idiots on your server. I meant, I'm sorry to hear that. I empathize. Gaming, I see. You said was. I have no idea. I've lost the train of thought that this conversation was apparently coupled up to. Right. Here we are. I think that's good. So what else do we need to put on here? Well, I'm not sure how I'm going to make the forest continue, but according to this line, the forest ground texture should... And yes, I know I'm painting it on first, but I think it would be good if it kind of bent down, sort of like this curve. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now just more... Oh, what was that texture? Oh, was that more of the... Oh no, that's just grass. Oh, I thought that was more of the Heide in German. Or Heidekraut. Heather in English. Right. Shadice, I said it wasn't, but you said was instead before. I didn't think I had. When you said I... Oh, right, because you said wasn't as a correction. I thought you, when you typed it capitalized, you were like saying I wasn't impersonating him. Like you weren't, but now you are. Like I wasn't impersonating him. But I get it. You were correcting the way I read your message. Never mind. Why do you say never mind? I've probably figured it out. I figured out the mystery, the puzzle, the enigma. Not the Enigma machine, though. That was Mr. Turing and some other clever mathematicians. With the help of the overconfidence of the Germans. Which is actually a fun fact, how the first real electronic computers got started to break the Enigma code of World War II. The way you read out my original message of "Don't crash, guys" reminded me of some TOS character. Apparently, it was the wrong character. It's been 6 years since I last saw the show. Okay, 2 things. 1, what character was it then? 2, you definitely need to watch it again. Like, literally, like now. I mean, if you're watching this on a device that has internet access, which you probably are since you're watching live, download it now. Either rent it, buy it, download it in some way, preferably a legal way, and watch it. I mean, if it's been 6 years, I mean, that's far too long. Far too long. Shadice, also, yeah, you're right. You've got it figured out. Yeah. I really like this mixture of those 3 textures there. I think it looks really good. Also, if people are watching without accounts, hello, welcome, yes. Right. So. Oh, right, the road. I need to lay the road first. And save. Don't forget to save. Shadice, I've got the DVDs, so I won't download. Right, okay. Does the machine you're currently watching this on have a DVD drive? Or can you attach a DVD drive now, at this moment, or within the very near future, like within an hour or half an hour? If no, then the DVD isn't really going to do you that much good. In which case, I would suggest to download it. Yes. Nah, I can't and it doesn't. Well, then, you know my recommendation. Right, so I think that I'll probably have a bridge going over the river here for the railway, and probably have the road go under the bridge as well. So like if the bridge began here, the road would carry on underneath it. I just love how open this map is. I mean, a few years ago, I would have never made a river valley that is 3 baseboards wide. I would really like to visit this area in real life if it were possible. And by that I don't mean me going into virtual reality to visit this area because my consciousness has been downloaded into the computer. But if this area was real in real life as a place that you could actually physically go to, then I would really like to, based purely on the landscape and the modes of transport, mainly trains. So not barring any political issues. Shadice, me neither. Hey, I probably won't do it now. I think you'll find that you probably will. Just a guess, though. No, you know I'm joking. Shadice, be careful what you wish for your wishes might have you be done for. Yes. Shadice, VR goggles, here I come. VR goggles, here I come. Don't think so. I don't think so. Right. Now, I do not want to have fields... I don't want to have fields on this side. Maybe... No, I think I won't have fields there because it is actually going downhill as well here. So I think the ground is just too wet to really support a lot of field work there. It just gets too muddy, which is why I'll probably just fill this area in with the usual combination of the 3 textures I'm using. Just sort of like this. Shadows, also about the me neither thing. I meant doing a river that big. Oh, right, I thought you were talking about Star Trek, watching Star Trek. Oh, will the railroad cross the river there? Yeah, I said it multiple times. Multiple times. Like, for example... one second, let me just save. Like, for example, when I was here, I said that I'll have the tracks coming up this way, and then I'll have the junction somewhere over here. So the tracks here, I said, okay, that the river will carry on like that, or something like that. Then when it went over here, when I made the river go down here, I said, okay, the river will probably carry straight on for a little bit, or something like that, which means a bridge. Then when I put the road there, I said that I'll probably have a bridge going over the river there, and then the road is going to go under the bridge and follow the river along a bit more. So I said it multiple times and applied it even more. Alright, must have missed it then. Weird! Exclamation mark. Must have been distracted by reading/writing chat. My apologies. I've sent them first class. The apologies. Yes, they'll be very pleased with that. With proof of postage. I mean, can you even send something non-first class? Can you even send something non-proof of postage that is being sent as first class? Seems a bit unrealistic to me. Right, so... Actually, let's replace the track. Yes, you can. Right, well, I stand corrected. Or rather, sit corrected in this case. So, let me just give you a comparison. This is what it's like when I'm sitting uncorrected, and this is what it's like when I'm sitting corrected. Notice the difference? Shadows, you need to visit the post office more often. Yeah, well, most of the post that I send and receive is electronic mail, so, yeah. I mean, if there was a benefit to using actual mail, then I would. But then again, for a lot of the people I know, I don't actually know their addresses. So even if I wanted to send them a surprise gift or something like that, I wouldn't be able to because I don't know their addresses. Yeah. Right. So should I leave this texture? I'll put on the long grass texture. I think I'll probably leave that texture, but put the grass spline over it anyway. I think that might look good in this area. Shadows, so if you were, say, laying in bed, you'd say, I lay corrected. Yeah, or I lie corrected. Shadows, doing it with actual letters does give it that personal touch, though, especially if you wrote it via hand. Yes, you're right. But it takes longer for it to arrive, and then longer to get a response. Although it does have the benefit that it's a lot less likely to get lost, ironically, because with a spam filter, things like that, quite a lot of emails do tend to get lost sometimes. Yeah, which is actually quite a big problem. Right. Actually, no, I deliberately left it like that, I remember. Right, so this looks okay, but I need some more of this over here. And I definitely need some of the darker grass texture. And, alright, before that, I'll give you 20 quid if you throw in the chimney. I'll give you 20 quid if you throw it in the chimney. And another 10 if you dress up as Santa. You mean the letter? If I dress up as Santa, write a letter and then throw it in the chimney? Why? And of whose house? And yes, I think it does look better if I do paint this with the other grass texture. That's what you'd tell the postman. Oh, the postman. I thought you were saying that you would give me 20 quid if I dropped it in the chimney and another 10 if I dressed up as Santa. Which had me a bit confused. Let me just save. The receiving end of the letter. I mean, does it really matter which way you throw the letter in? XDD. Where is he? Nah. Right. I think it will look better when I have more of the of this grass spline on the plane. Receiving address. Oh, I see. It's nice to have a bit more of a quieter stream. I'd say that it allows me to do a lot more work, but I haven't really done that much this stream. Well, at least I managed to get the station layout done. Oh, well done, Slovak. That's good. Good progress. Oh, I don't know why I pressed the wrong button. Getting distracted. No, I don't want to place it there. I want this to still feel a little bit more open, this area. So I don't want to close it all off. By the way, how are you tonight, Shared Eyes? Forgot to ask earlier. Well, as you said, I'm orange. There we go. Or rather, pink, as I corrected you. Very nice, Slovak. I think this is the closest one-to-one station on this route. Oh, well, that's nice. Do you want to post some pictures? I'd love to see some. Or even better, do a stream. Right. I think that's okay. No, it isn't. This little area over here definitely needs to be covered in a bit more grass. Because it's like this little nook, this little V shape, I mean. I just need a bit more grass there. Lovely. It's only shorter, but the amount of tracks and their placement is as close as I could get it with hand. Very good. Shy Dice, it's nice to have a quieter stream. 80 raids drop by. Oh, wow. I mean, well, as long as they don't really type anything, it's fine. And how are you today, Slovak? At Slovak Ah, right, Shy Dice. I'm doing alright. Just tired and bored and annoyed. Well, I'm glad you're alright then. Alright, yeah. Can't even get myself to build a lot right now, but I want to progress. Yeah. I get that. Sure, nice. Yeah, 80 raids do sound bad. Imagine if they all said in unison, "Don't mind me, just dropping by!" 2 exclamation marks. Wow, well, yeah. I have been stuck on that station the whole week. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get it that realistic, then I can imagine. Since last stream. Yeah. I think I unfortunately missed last stream because I only got the email notification after you had already streamed. Because I think I checked. I must have checked like just before you started streaming. I didn't get any email about it, and then I only checked when you were already done with your stream, so unfortunately I missed that. I mean, if you were streaming regularly again, then I mean, it would be a lot easier to not miss it, but yeah. Alright, yeah, same. I meant your last stream. Oh, my last stream. So you mean since Saturday? Or do you mean Kangofango's last stream? I think mine. Failing miserably in the process. Oh, before that, right. Oh, right. I haven't streamed in a while. The email you got was me testing the connection. Ah, I see. Failing miserably in the process. Oh. With new record of 99% of the stream not going through. Yeah, can't really help you with that, unfortunately. Shy Dice, your stream. Yeah, it does make sense given the context. So, here we go. Now, grassy. There we go. Behold the Vista. Not Windows Vista, though. That should not be something you should behold. I meant this Vista. Right. My work here is done. So I think I should probably start the work of the next stream then. I mean, just get a head start on next stream. Might be a good idea. Lovely. I guess I have to wait until the weather somehow clears up. Yeah, it's been really windy here as well. I really like it when it's windy. I think that when you're outside, when it's really windy, I think feeling the wind on your face and arms, it just makes it feel so much more real, the experience. That's a thumber. That's a thumber right there. Thumbnail, yeah. Probably. Unless I start making some more things before the end of the stream. Looks really good, Shy Dice. Thank you. That's bean bonking brilliant. Aha, bean bonking brilliant. So I'm assuming you mean like coffee bean bonking brilliant? I think that we have to test drive this area, because if we do not test drive this area, then we will not know if it does work or not. No, I know. I don't need to test drive it, but I want to. GP9, do I have any other ones? Oh, I didn't type. Actually, no, I wanted maybe the 1000 one. Not quite what I'm looking for. These ones? Nope. Oh, well, anyway, it doesn't matter, really. I'll just, EMD. Oh, I've only got these ones. Well... Actually, no. Let's see if I've got any Canadian national stuff. Oh, actually... I haven't tested these yet, but I did download this beauty. I did download it. I haven't driven it yet. I hope that this is the right version. I mean, but that just looks so powerful, doesn't it? Does the number actually change on this? Let's see. Running number 04 something 64. Nope, it doesn't. Alright, it's in the thing, yeah. Let's see. Mung beans. Oh, mung beans, even better. Nice track on the plain. Near the forest, maybe a few bushes along the embankment. Might be nice. Yeah, might be nice. Might be nice. I'll have a look at that. Oh, you can already hear it. Try the crow. I am. Try the cow's maffei. Hello, Chris at La. Yes, hello. I actually didn't notice that there was a different person because the red of that and Slovak's orange is very similar. But hello, yes, welcome. I may try the bushes. Yes, so you'll try this. Check the chat. I am. Thanks for reading this message. You're welcome. Cab, cabless cab, cab, set up on it and 6,000 ton. Yeah, you said in the chat. He remembered. Yeah. Aye, Kraus Maffei. Yay. Hello to everyone here. I'm Chris Roll from Discord. However, with another name here in Twitch. Oh, yes, hello. Welcome aboard. Even though there are no wagons, I guess you'll have to climb on board locomotive. I'll set out once I've read the chat. South Carolina with Columbia down the way, and Annapolis in Maryland and Chesapeake Bay. I think that was fairly correct. Oh, yay! Alright, that's you. Hello, Chris. Yes, so here we go. Oh, the lights and lamps. Look at how tiny this door is on front. I mean, it just goes to show you how huge these machines are. There we go. Let's just quickly go into realistic driving mode. How does it look from the inside? Well, it's using the F7 interior. I mean, it fits quite well. I mean, not exactly, obviously, but I think it's as good as an interior as you're gonna get with if you don't make your own. So now let's try the bell. Okay, horn. That's a good horn. Let me just actually switch the junction like this one. There we go, release brake. Be careful on the power, it's fast. Right, I will. Thank you for the warning. And then I just go into notch 1 and it pings off at like 2,000 miles an hour. Trainz, it wasn't spot on, but it was close. Good attempt though. The end was pretty accurate. Thanks. So here we go. Notch 1. Oh, you're right. It is. I mean, it is a light low. It is a light engine. It's not even breaking a sweat, which is quite good considering it's a locomotive. Oh, look at that! You've even got the little walkway between the locomotives. with the doors. They're not as close to each other as with the F7s. Oh, I really like the little windows at the back as well. Like on top. It would be so nice if I had an actual, the actual correct interior. Also, mirrors! Rear view mirrors! Yeah, in case you want to overtake someone. Also, is that a hatch in front? That might be a hatch. By the way, with these locomotives, in America, there is a room in the nose, with most of them, with most of the streamlined diesels, also the modern diesels. This room in there, and that's actually where they have the toilet. Yeah, there's like in the F7 as well. You can see there should be a door over here. I'm not sure if the textures just haven't loaded in yet. There should be a there's a door here, and you go into that, and in the nose there is the toilet. I mean, it's pretty much on the nose, but there you are. Oh, I really like the hills and river in the distance. Actually, I want to go the other way. I want to go straight ahead this time. Fits really well, yeah. Sorry, before that. Shadice, love this to bits. Yeah, I don't have bits working on my Twitch thing. Fits really well, thanks. The hatch might be the toilet vent. Oh, well, you might be right. There we go. The first thing we made on stream, the little dried out river bed. And let's continue on straight. We haven't done this in a while. I think I've ever only continued on driving this way once. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. Good. Let's see what the locomotive brake is like. Shadows, also, did you see my message before? Love this to bits? Might have missed it. Oh right, I thought I'd read that. I know the entire song, huh? I just remember the first few words of each section, and the rest just comes to me automatically. Yeah, that tends to be like that when you're singing a song. Like, you have no idea where it's going, but then as you reach the parts, you think, oh right, this connects to that, and then you sing the next bit, and then, oh, this connects to that, and so on. Yeah. Yes, right, so this was quite nice. Quite a nice jaunt, you might say. There we go. Shadows, June time summer streams. Those were the good old days. Time goes on, but the memory stays. Yeah, if you're lucky, the memory stays. Although, unfortunately, there are conditions where your memory doesn't stay. Yes, right. I'm not going to put pushes on here now, because I'd rather put the bridge in first and then maybe put pushes in. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I'm definitely not going to do it now, but maybe later. Right, so I need these two to be 5 meter grid size. This one can remain 10 meter. Right, so what bridge? I think maybe the USA bridge. What was it? USA bridge 1? Something like that? What have I got? I've got this one, which... Nah. Oh, maybe. I mean, this does look quite 60s with the concrete. Single steel USA. This is the one I meant. The old one. Does anyone else remember this bridge? The bridge steel USA. Nah, I don't need that one. I remember! Exclamation mark. Actually, you know, I need to count these. Right. So it's actually exclamation mark, 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 exclamation mark. If I've counted correctly, which I may not have. But there you go. Right, so actually let's look for steel. There we go. Got some more bridges. Ooh, that one might be nice. How does this one look if it's, say, on a curve, maybe? Hey YouTube archive people, if you remember that bridge, type Yarmouth Swamplands in the comments down below, says Kango Fango. XDD, I didn't say that. Yeah, of course I didn't, but, well, I did, but yeah, I mean, this one, no, this one's not good enough. It's not good enough. The supports are too close together. 2-track, nope, we don't need 2 tracks. This one is narrow gauge? I'm not sure. Yeah, 3 foot, 6 inches. 4-track steel bridge, nope. 2-track, 1-track. Alright, this is the silver version of the other one. Oh, we've got the arch one. Honestly, actually, that reminds me, I've got a whole lot of bridge objects that might be really useful here. Oh, maybe we could have... Oh, I've got an idea. I've got an idea! This one? Nah. I typed it, but I only meant it half seriously. Well, maybe less than half. Okay, I didn't mean it seriously at all. Sorry. Right. Right. Oh, this one might be good. What's the difference? Is it the distance between the spots? Yes. As far as I can tell. So I'll just put that over there as well. Then I'll go ridge. Oh, dot nidge. Ridge. And go into objects. So we've got this one, which does look good, but it's definitely not long enough to bridge the gap here. This one, good, not long enough. That's a road bridge. I mean, this bridge is really nice, but again, a bit too big. Maybe I'll put this down when the double track main line crosses the river. Maybe I'll use this one. I mean, there are longer versions of this as well, different versions. Oh, there is a single track one. I'm not sure if this one would look good. If I had the angle sort of like this, what would it look like? I need to put it down as well. Oh, I can only put it down 20 meters. Oh, I see. I mean, it doesn't look that out of place, but still, I don't quite think that that's good for this area. Not that one either. Too short. No, that's a poster. Bankment kit. No. Bridge section. No. Bridge supports we don't need. House, no. Building, bush. Oh, drawbridge. Ooh, this might be a good one. Or maybe one of its friends. This one's shorter. Shorter still, I think. Say, what will you take to the auto show today, honey? It's in the garage. It's a surprise. Oh, can't I see it? Alright, fine. They go over to the garage where they find a huge vehicle that's covered in a tarpaulin. Continued. Wow. What? Wow, that thing is huge. Never seen a car like that in my life. What is it? It's a 57 EMD Streamliner. Oh, wow. Wow, I've never heard of those cars. Could I unveil it? Alright. Oh my goodness! You like it, don't you? So what? So that's what you spent the $600,000 lottery money on? No? I mean... No! I did not. I think that this bridge is probably the winner here. Because this is supposed to be also a trading river. So having a drawbridge here is just so interesting. I mean, I so rarely get to use them. And it's a single track one as well. Yes! Although I was kind of looking forward to using the old USA bridge, but maybe I'll use that somewhere else. Save. Good bridge. Like when you're talking to a dog, like, not good doggy, but good bridge, you're a good bridge. Something like that. Also, given this height, I may need to put an incline on this curve. That's a good bridge. Yeah, exactly. I knew you were doing that. Right, so how do I want the river to continue? So the tracks will continue down this way. So if the river... Because if the other main line continues up this way a little bit, I'm not sure if I'll actually build the main line going up this way, but like if there's actually going to be anything up there, or maybe I'll just put some portals up there, I'm not sure yet. But if I do that, that means... Well, it means that the tracks will probably have to have crossed the river here if the river goes that way. So if the river goes... I think the river should go straight and then maybe curve down over here someplace. Who's a good bridgie? You are! Yes, you are! Oh! What are you doing? No, stop that! Ah! You nearly snapped me then. You mean because of the patting on the head? I mean, if that snaps a bridge in half, then... I think there's going to be more trouble than you think. Also, hopefully I can raise this bridge a bit higher. Well, I can, but... Well, might be issues with that. So... How about I leave it like this? With the reflections on you... I mean, you can't tell that that's floating. That wasn't the bridge talking. Oh, well then who was? It's good, yeah. Well, who was talking then? It's good, yeah. I already read that. The guy who said the previous bits. Oh, I see. Because the bridge was about to snap him. Why? It is a good bridge, it would do that. You could take a Mars rocket fully fueled over this bridge and it wouldn't collapse. If you get that reference, then you get theoretical hypothetical points, which don't mean anything, except that you've gotten that. Yeah, but I'm not excited. I don't even know what you're talking about, because there is a delay, and then it just doesn't make any sense anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. Right, so I'm actually going to have this road come along this way. And sort of carry it up back here. And yes, I'm aware that I didn't straighten this bit out, but I kind of like it when roads are a bit wonky sometimes, because sometimes they are laid like that, or maybe the ground shifted underneath or something like that. Shadows. Hey, Thunderbirds? Yes, Thunderbirds. Shadows. The bridge got excited and nearly snapped the guy who was patting it with its lift mechanism. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, otherwise, if it would make sense, it would be dumb. Then nothing would make sense again if it was dumb, which means it wouldn't be dumb, which means it would make sense. Yes, hi Sweater Gaming, thank you. I haven't seen you on my streams for quite a while actually. I'm glad that you stopped by again. I mean, you could have you could have been lurking in the chat for all of my streams, and I wouldn't have noticed because I don't look at the users in chat view that often anymore. But welcome, Splitter Gaming, Usenegan again. Hi Kangafango, hi Sharadise. Yes, hi. How's your day been going? Everything okay? Well, except the obvious with the lockdowns and things. A few streams, yeah. So, sweetheart, get this. Bridge. It bridges the gap, like literally. I mean, that's just a genius invention. Alright, well, this is what we've been working on for this stream and last stream, which is also, sweetheart, look at this. These reeds, they look quite good, don't they? But look, if you go close, look at that. They're infected with lice. My day has been a-okay. Great. I feel like I've seen this bridge before. Could be. XD. Nice. Yeah, XD. Meant to tag Shadows before. Yeah, I thought you... Oh, right, because that's right. Yeah, so what do you think about this, sweetheart? And by the way, this is only because of the blur effect. If I go into settings, and if... Oh, right, look at that! It's being rendered in front of the user interface. Oh, I have to take a screenshot of that. When it sweeps back down. There we go. Oh, there we go. Take another one. That is kind of cursed. Oh, yeah. But look, if I turn the post-processing off, so the blur is gone, then that goes away as well. But if I turn it back on, look at that. Something about the shader that these things use messes with the image effects on, at least on the Mac version. Sweeps back down. Yeah. What? Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Magic. Yes. Right, so what do I need to do next? I need to do the wetland bit next on the side. Excuse me, a bit of water. Sorry. Erie. Actually, this is taking place in North America, sort of in Pennsylvania area, which means that the Great Lakes aren't that far away. Yeah. By the way, speaking of Erie, have you ever heard of a TV series? I'm not sure what it's called. It's something about Erie. Maybe it's just literally called Erie. It might just be called Erie. It's actually a lot of fun. Might want to check that out. Shadows. You've earned yourself a role on Trainz official Discord. Master Finder of Bugaroos. I'd love to give it to you. Well. You'll just have to earn the... well, I was about to say privilege of doing that. I guess role, trust needed to do that. But I can't. Sweaty Gaming, Erie, Indiana. Yes. It's got a tornado episode too. Yes, it has. But the tornado is actually a living thing, probably. It's not that clear. Because it holds grudges. I mean, it's basically a TV series about this family who moved to Erie, Indiana. And then all of these strange things happen. And it's basically eerie. It's all just weirdness. And the thing is, only the kids seem to notice the weird things. Because it is centered on these teenagers, these young teenagers. It is really, really interesting. It also has an episode about Tupperware. With the plastic Tupperware where it's new. And then this woman, she... because she doesn't want her children to grow up, she basically has these huge Tupperware boxes where she's that's the beds for the children, and she's had them in there for many, many years. So she puts them in there so that they last longer, and it's just this. If it was more serious, a lot of the stuff would be horror themes, but it's just so weird, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Indiana, I think it's got a tornado episode. It's got a tornado episode too. Yes, a TV series, not Netflix. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Netflix, but you can definitely get it on DVD. Right, let me just fill in the colors, and then I get out a coloring book. From the 90s, I think. Tornado is a living thing? Huh. Interesting. Maybe the family should move to Derry, Maine. Haha. But yes. It is a really nice series. Wish there were more episodes of it. Yes, I mean there's even a whole time travel thing with the milkman who it's a long story. It's a long story, but yeah, it is interesting. It's definitely worth a watch. In my opinion. Right. Also, Swedar, you've unfortunately joined the stream party a bit late because in 5 seconds the stream will officially be over. Yeah, I know, 5 seconds. Although, on Thursday will be Roller Coaster Tycoon. And actually, Swedar, the last 2 Roller Coaster Tycoon episodes were so perfectly fitting because as you probably know, I'm doing the career mode scenarios in Roller Coaster Tycoon. And the last scenario, the one that we're currently in, is a Halloween-themed one, which is actually the first one that actually has nighttime enabled, so it cycles between daytime and nighttime, and it's also got the first one with thunderstorms, so it was like perfectly fitting for Halloween, and it was just so atmospheric, because in real life the door was creaking behind me, like in real life, and the wind blowing on the window, it's storming outside, while I was playing that. It was just so nice. Yeah. Actually having a lot of fun with Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm so glad that I decided to play it, Because I don't know if you know this, but I never actually played the career mode in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I always only used to play Sandbox. And yes, I'll just finish this little water wetland thing, and then I'll end the stream. Like, just I want to make it a bit more jagged, so it looks a bit more realistic. Yes, I know, I've gone over time. I know, and there's no need to type it in chat. No need to type it in chat. Right, so on this side as well. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, no, I like this connected better. Yeah, some things sort of like this, maybe. I mean, back here it's not that important because you don't really see it that close up anyway. Right, so something like this. That's nice. Okay, let's save. And I need to get a thumbnail. I mean, I do want the bridge on this thumbnail. Like, well, if I disable the UI... well, I think that having the thumbnail like this might be good. I'll need to check to see what it looks like on stream with my face on it. Well, actually, maybe having it angled down a bit more. So like this, actually. Actually, one more thing I'm doing, and that is I want to... can I get it? Yes. I want to place some cattails down here just for the thumbnail. But they are going to be remaining there, which means that it's not clickbait because they were added in the stream. It is a genuine part of the stream. They're going to stay there. It's not just been put there for that. And yes, I think that's a good thumbnail for right there. Anyway, let me exit. There we go. Let me just read chat, and then I'll do shoutouts, and then we'll be over. It'll be over. Are we serious with episodes? Coloring book. I had the same thought. Yep, I know, lol. Shoutouts. Oh, I'm so on a 13... so I'm on a 13 or so second delay. 5 seconds? Yeah, 5 seconds till 11. It was 5 seconds till 11 for me. Shouldn't be over now. I said officially over. The stream is actually officially over. It has been for 4 minutes and 7 seconds where I am. Just don't tell the authorities that the stream's not over yet. By the authorities, I mean me. In this case, at least. Confusion. I've seen some on YouTube, yes. Not really sure what that's referring to. So the game, it's got a castle and everything. Oh right, because of the roller coaster things. Oh yes, I'm glad. I'm happy. 2 days before Halloween, IRL 2 then. Yeah. Oh, right before then. 2 days before Halloween, it was. The message appeared right as I was reading, which meant that I continued reading on the second line of the second message. Shadows, was it raining IRL 2 then? I'm not sure. Scene. Definitely spooky. Thanks. There should be a spiritual successor to Erie, Indiana, called Spooky Oregon. Maybe. Lamo. Cattails, yes. Looks great. Clickbait, I know exactly how you feel, which is why I don't use clickbait. I genuinely thought that were actual cattails. I mean, where do you think cats get their tails from? I mean, the way that works is they find some of those cattails, the plant growing, and then they bite off the little the bit on top, like the actual cub, I think it's called. Yeah, they swallow that, and then the cat notices that it's actually the cattail. So then it goes not through the intestines, but rather it goes through and along the spine, and then it just gets pushed out and forms the shape of the tail. which is where cats get their tails from, which is why the plant is called cattail. Yeah, I'm glad I could clear that up. Here Indiana had Joe Dante as a creative consultant. Shadice, also, I was quoting you with the coloring book. Yeah, good. Oh, so, like ostriches who bury their heads in the ground? Shadice, he's seen some RCT3 on YouTube. Yes. Bury birds. Yes, the ostriches. But the cats took it a bit too far. They pluck the tails from them. Ew. Straight through. No, not straight through, because, well, it has to be inside. Because if you've ever seen a cat's tail, you'll notice that the actual tail is covered in skin and fur, which means that it's not straight through. It's a dead end for the actual cat tail bit from the plant. I don't know where this came from. Ew, straight through. Eek! Shadice! Oi, it ain't Halloween anymore. The light is off, which means it's Halloween. That's how that works. That is gonna be a nightmare. Oh. I'm sorry. I just said what happened. I didn't tell you to imagine it. Ew, that's so weird. Eek, Shadice. Shadice, you should implement those cats in your space game. Why? Or maybe that Halloweeny game. Oh, that one, yeah. I wish I could make that one. Shadice, I never said straight through. Oh, strange thought. I said you said, ew, straight through. Apparently it's, oh, ooh, ew, strange thought. Yeah. Yeah, strange thought. Yeah, you're right. Yep, Sweaty Gaming. Shadice, lights off equals Halloween in Shadice's book. In my coloring book, yes. Lights off, rain equals Halloween for Shadice and spooky stories. Yeah. Anyway, I'm caught up on chat, finally. So, the stream is over, officially, unofficially, with the exception that I need to do shoutouts and say one more thing, which is secret, which you probably know what it's going to be if you've watched my previous streams. Shoutouts. So, Kango Fango, he does OMSI 2 live streams, map building, driving, also Trainz live streams, also map building, which is great. Sorry, that should be centered, so like that. Great, yes, ish, it's fine. Yes, and Slovak Eagle, he is part of the Central Europe development team, along with Sweetar Gaming, and some other people as well. They are making the Central Europe, it's a huge map, huge Trainz map, definitely check that out. Sometimes Slovak Eagle also live streams. And that is shoutouts done. So let me just quickly read chat. Then I'll say the secret thing. Yeah. No, you are not caught up. Keep typing. Lol. XD. Yeah, Shadice. You should do a just chatting improvised Halloween campfire style stories someday on stream. That would be nice. We could do a role play type of thing. That would be nice. Maybe on Halloween. And I mean the actual Halloween, not the light of Halloween. Shadice, thanks for the shout out. Oh, no problem. Good content deserves to be promoted. Thank you. Just chatting? How about IRL? I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to traveling to Central Europe in real life. I mean, Sweater Gaming, are you also from Slovakia, or where are you from? Because, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that, honestly. Oi, Sweater Gaming. I mean, any excuse really to take a nice long train ride. Hey, shout out, thank you, Chester. Oi, Sweater Gaming, yeah. Hello, Eagle. Bye, all. Hey, lol. Heart. Here's my guess on the secret thing. The stream is going to be archived. I can't deny or confirm that. Thanks for the stream. See you next time. Bye. Yes, bye, Slavic Eagle. I'm gonna say bye anyways when I actually end the stream. Remember to follow, says Slavic Eagle. Thanks. No way. Archived. Yay. No, I am from Croatia. Oh, right. Yeah, I think you did mention that once. Sorry for forgetting. Right. I mean, I'm not opposed to a trip to Croatia. Shadice, I think he meant the IRL campfire thing. I prefer to think of it as him meaning to actually IRL travel to him, to then tell spooky ghost stories, which actually might be quite nice. Even longer to get here, lol. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Shadice, I never said is going to. It doesn't matter. Apart from just now. Bye, lol. Shadice, putting words in chat. No, I'm not putting words in chat. Anyway, this is going too long, this end bit. I'm already 12 minutes over time. Nah, no problems about forgetting. No. I just don't push it too hard for people to remember. I mean, Slavic Eagle, kind of hard to forget where he's from. Yeah, he just put one word in. Bye all. Right. So, I'm going to sit here in silence for a few seconds, because some people are on a delay, and if I cut the stream out now, they won't be able to see the end. So, I'm going to not read the chat that's been put in there, because it'll just keep going forever and forever and forever. And yes, especially 3 times forever. It's a whole thing. Yes, silence starts now. Okay, that joke's gone on for long enough. Bye!